In this next lesson, I just want to go and talk about what is a markup language. So when we say HTML, it means Hypertext Markup Language. It is not a programming language, but a markup language. Now, if I go and try to right-click on this web page that I've created inside of my local machine and try to check View Page Source, you would see the markup that we used for us to be able to give instructions to the computer, specifically to our browser here, so that it will be displaying all of the content that you can see on our screen here. This includes the background color, the images, the boxes, and even the text here. These are all displayed inside of the browser by the markup language that we used here. And that will be specifically the HTML elements and cascading style sheets. So we have here the style sheet inside of the style element. Okay, so that's the style element. And just remember, when we say markup language, this is a way for us to be able to annotate, or it is a system for annotating a document in a way that it will be distinguishable from plain text. As we can see here, we have some plain text inside of our document, and together with the plain text, we can see here that we have the markup that was used for us to be able to give instructions to the computer. So if we go down here, we have the header markup, or the header element. This is the header element. We have here some plain text, welcome to this course, and we have some markup here for a line break. Don't worry too much about the markup that we used here or what you're seeing here right now, because we will be discussing every single one of the markup that we have here that allowed us to give instructions to the browser to display it in this manner. The plain text and the content of the code that we've written here is giving the instruction to the browser so that most of the files that we have will be displayed in this manner. I just also want to say that there are other markup languages such as the extensible markup language. So specifically, the hypertext markup language that we have here is usually used for creating web pages, from where the contents of each web page is defined by the HTML tags. As I've said here, we have some tags here. We can see here that we have some text content here that is now clickable. As you can see, the mouse pointer changes to an icon that gives us a hint that this is a clickable text inside of our web document here. So again, don't worry too much about this. We will be talking about how these are done in the future lessons. Some of the other markup languages that you might encounter will be, again, the XHTML, which means Extensible Hypertext Markup Language, which is just a more stricter version of HTML. And we also have what we call the XML, which is used for storing structured data rather than formatting information on the page, just so that you would be aware and you would know. Now, I leave it to you if you would want to go and research those terms so that at least you will be understanding them. Then, of course, remember, and then if you want to learn how to apply them in real life, okay? So, Kura again, I just want to always repeat myself. Have the Kura mentality, or maximize the use of the Kura acronym. As a final remark on this lesson, if we want to go and format text that is to be displayed on a computer or on different device screens such as mobile devices, and we want this text to be seen on the web or on the internet through the use of a website, we will need to distinguish between the text itself. And if we try to go here, you would see we have the text here, welcome for HTML here, 5 fundamentals, hello world. So we are distinguishing the plain text from the markup that we use, that we wanted to tell the computer with regards to the styling that we would want to apply, so that we can go and have all of those plain text to be displayed in a manner that we are seeing now on the browser that we have here on our computer screen.